The last Titan has fallen. In an act of defiance, 23,000 commanders have taken on the campaign to take down Titan Cocijo in Earth's orbit. And as of roughly 6:45 a.m. UTC on December 17, the Titan has entered the Meltdown state. In case you missed it, this is the final moments from the stream yesterday that shows the final moments of Titan Cocijo.
There we go, guys. Haha.
All right, look at that! Look at that, folks! Big boom! And look at that! Woo! Xeno Strike Force mission accomplished. Well done, folks. So, what happens next is that the Titan will has entered this meltdown phase, and in less than 24 hours, using a countdown that is available in game, like if you go to a galaxy map inside the game and click on the Thargoid War, map mode, side Titan Cocijo, this will tell you what the actual time to the actual detonation is, which is 15 hours as of now. Again, the general expectation, if I did my math correctly, is that it will go up in flames at roughly 6:45 UTC, which is about 1:45 a.m. Eastern time for the US folks, which will make for another long night after the big long night of the fall of Titan Cocijo, but it's been worth every moment of it. This will bring the war to a close and is effectively the final act of the second Thargoid War. We encourage everybody to join the watch party of heading to the Titan to see it blow. The repulsion field is no longer active, so you no longer need a target pulse neutralizer to get close to a Titan. The anti-Guardian zone, however, is still active, so you cannot use unprotected Guardian weapons in Titan space. If you stay on the outer side of the asteroids once you reach the Titan, patrols will generally ignore you. What will not ignore you is the numerous gankers that are active in the area, so be mindful of that in case you're playing in open play. And if you're not keen on dealing with that situation and that style of gameplay, know that there are other private group options for you to experience the final meltdown of the Titan itself. I will suggest and recommend that watch parties actually enjoy seeing the Titan explode in smaller groups. Large groups like the Anti-Xeno Initiative, like the Xeno Strike Force PG, will inherently be unreliable with a number of commanders that are present. And considering the fact that it's going to take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to get back into the instance if for whatever reason you desync or are kicked out, and this is a live event, which is not going to wait for you, I would highly encourage you to form smaller groups, like we've encouraged people to form smaller groups for the actual bombing campaign. Would highly recommend that you form smaller groups to actually see the Titan blow up live, if that is something you want to be in game for, which again I would highly recommend, because it's like a pretty unique experience and also something that we don't know whether we're going to get to experience again, and if so, whether it will be anytime soon. So set up your watch parties, go and see the Titan blow up this night. In the meanwhile, for those who are inclined to sort of like harass the Thargoids even in their final moments, the meltdown state is a very interesting state for the Titan. As I mentioned, the repulsion zone is no longer active, and effectively interceptors are escaping the Titan, and not just interceptors, hunters, scouts. The instance behaves in a very weird manner in that if you go in a small group of like 2 or 3 people, patrols will generally ignore you. However, if you for whatever reason, end up being in a larger group, things can somehow get messy. And once one patrol aggroes you, then the whole instance aggroes you, and it can still be quite challenging to deal with patrols in meltdown instances if they do go hostile. That being said, the Titan's Maw will chain spawn a number of interceptors, including a very high proportion of Orpheus interceptors, which, even though the payout has been nerfed, they're still worth 15 million a pop. And so it's still very lucrative overall of an activity in a relatively straightforward one, especially if you have Garden Shards to go and splash Orpheuses in. If we get to a chance to sort of live stream later today, we'll see if we can get on and show how Meltdown hunting works later this afternoon here in the US. And that's it for the Thargoid War. Well done to all the 23,000 commanders who participated in the assault on Cocijo. The rewards are generally going to be handed out anywhere between 3 to 5 days after the event, so it'll take a while for the double-engineered FSDs to appear in your hangar. The reward for the actual assault on the Titan, if you've done at least 2 million credits worth of damage, is variable depending on how many Titans you have participated in the campaign of. But I mean, just to show you what we got in terms of Titan rewards, these are the Titan rewards in order. So like for the first Titan, and for many people this will be the first Titan, you will get the Chieftain Bleached. If it's your second, you get the Cobra Mark III Bleached, and the decal progressively increases from a white version with 1 star to a bronze version to a silver and then a gold version. The final reward, if you participated in the reward in the bombing of all 8 Titans, has been confirmed to be a Gilded Anaconda. So we haven't updated this chart yet, but we guessed right. It was the Anaconda. I'll show you a Chieftain Bleached here, since I actually have one in my hangar, just to show you what it looks like. As again, this will be the reward for the majority of new players that have just joined the war and might have come back to the game. This is the Chieftain Bleached. Ooh, never mind. This is not the Chieftain Bleached. This is a weird variant of the Chieftain that I have assembled, which is not the Chieftain Bleached. It looks cool though. That's actually a chrome version of a Chieftain with the gilded parts, which I think looks rad, but not what I intended to show you. So let me see if I can dig up a different one. I think, and yes, I do have a few Chieftain in my hangars, so bear with me while I find the correct one. I think it might be the XSF Joke, which is, by the way, my recreation of the one from the ARC store. Yep, this is the one. All right, let's go up from a hangar. This is a Chieftain Bleached, and you'll see once we launch, once you deploy hardpoints, the Thargoid ship bits of the ship cart are emissive, so they will glow blue once we deploy our hardpoints. Let me show you that. Actually get it into proper lighting. And here we go. For whatever reason, these don't glow blue right now. And maybe the bleach ones don't. I'm not sure. The bleach ones are emissive as well. Actually, I haven't deployed hardpoints, that's why. That's an easy explanation. Let's see if we can somehow... Well, I have to play hardpoints. I just don't have any weapons mounted on the ship because I took them away to scavenge them for a different ship. So anyway, it might be due to the fact I don't have weapons, but that thing should be glowing blue. And this is going to be the reward for the 2 million credit reward if you've done enough damage to the thermal core. Arcs rewards from the progression on the hearts should already been awarded. Should already been awarded to your ARCS account. and the detail is available on the Frontier user portal if you want to check on specific awards. As a reminder, the arcs awards are 100 arcs for any percent damage, 200 arcs if you're in the top 50%, if I remember correctly, and then 400 arcs if you're in the top, I can't remember if it was top 10 or top 25%, but like in the top tier. And again, that information is available. Ooh, this ship is not exactly the most maneuverable. Alright. And that's it, Commanders. If you have a chance to catch a stream later this afternoon, if we have time to put it up, we will. And then we will do our best to be up later tonight for the Titan Explosion watch party. Go to Mechan. Commander Mechan. Over and out.